Real quick, the Dark Side of the Ring episode was on David Schultz this past week, and the slap heard around the world. And I swear to God, it's like Christmas has come early for me, Brian, because for years I've been saying things, and some people foolishly didn't believe me. But I have been vindicated here of late on national television from the perpetrator's own lips. Not only has the Archbishop of Talentberry outed himself as a complete flaming asshole on national television, but now we see that both Eddie Mansfield and John Stossel are both gonorrhea drip-ridden dicks. Basically, they appealed to absolutely no one with their smart-ass fucking attitude, and in Stossel's case, a complete admission that he was a lying con man. The guy who said he wanted to expose wrestling because he didn't like people being bullshitted, is the same guy that admitted that as soon as he got his fucking lawsuit settlement, his hearing cleared up. How do you have the balls to crusade against people being bullshitted when apparently I'd not heard of John Stossel in fucking 30 years because I don't watch Fox News. Apparently that's where he's been hiding. How do you have the balls to crusade against people being bullshitted and you work publicly for Fox News, the biggest source of bullshit in the United States of America and the English-speaking world? So Stossel is a fucking asshole and a con man and a liar that was trying to expose bullshit. And Mansfield is just a fucking asshole who also thinks that Abraham Lincoln should have freed the wrestlers along with the slaves. It's been a great month, Brian.
I guess so.
But I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that I like being right. It just happens so often I get used to it. But I've had countless emails and tweets and everything. Well, now that we've actually seen Shit Stain on television, on that Brawl for All episode, we get an idea of what you had to put up with. We understand. Now, I never even met Eddie Mansfield, but I've hated him ever since 1985. And I've never met John Stossel, but I've hated him since 1985. I've said they were both fucking dicks. And there you go. And Mansfield was a con man. He was a disgruntled but they didn't use my entire promo. I think that's going to be on a deleted scene, but he was a has-been, never was, who couldn't make it and got pissed and decided I'll just fuck with everybody. And that's what he was until now. He's tried to revise history like so many people do in this business. I did it for the boys. I wanted everybody to be treated, but what? No, do you think Eddie Mansfield, an unknown fucking outside of the state of Georgia fucking underneath preliminary wrestler going on 2020, cutting his head with a razor blade and telling everybody wrestling was fixed, was going to unionize wrestling right before the first WrestleMania when Hulk Hogan and everybody else was saying, fuck you? No, he wasn't going to do anything for the wrestling business. He didn't have the power to do anything for the wrestling business. He didn't have the opportunity to do anything for the wrestling business. He had the opportunity to do something for himself, to get himself some publicity and get even with some people he wanted to get even with. And he's been a slime ball ever since. And the only other people that he ever worked for in the wrestling business was when he conned somebody into somehow backing him to do a promotion in Florida for a year or two. Otherwise, he's been out of wrestling and he never returned, and that's the fucking best thing for him. But now everybody sees he's a goddamn raven fucking idiot also. So I love the power of television. Bringing you assholes fucking right up in your living room where you can get a good swift smell of their bullshit. But Schultz, meanwhile, he should have been why was Schultz not Dog the Bounty Hunter? He could have had the fucking reality show if he'd have had the goddamn a production company. It could have been 20 years beforehand, which some of that footage, that's where it was from, is they shot him for television. But he should have been the bounty hunter reality show, don't you think? It would have been better promos and no fucking, fat wife and fucking annoying family to get in the way.
It would have been good.
Either that or they could bring back Dog the Bounty Hunter as a series, but get Diamond Dallas Page to play him.
What?
Well, think about Diamond Dallas Page and Dog the Bounty Hunter. There's gimmick infringement on some side or another. We ought to go back and figure out who had this look first. Dog the Bounty Hunter and Diamond Dallas Page. Put them side by side. Now you won't be able to unsee it.